Flashback.
What's interesting, a lot of people, rappers, comedians, they might have a lot of views and they might get a lot of clicks, but a lot of them can't sell out tours like that.
There
like
you go,
the rapper Sexy Red, there's an issue right now with her tour. They might cancel it because she ain't selling tickets like that.
Right.
Even though she gets a lot of streams and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about that?
Yeah.
Everything that's easy, people participate with. But to buy a ticket, park your car, and show up, that's something different.
And
Yes, it
spend all
is.
that
And
time,
them people know it's trash. They know it's trash. So to actually spend your money, go there, parking on average is $40. Am I right?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Park and sit down in that atmosphere. That's different than just being online, looking crazy, acting crazy.
End of flashback.
Thing about Sexy Red album only doing 28,000 copies, right? In the era that I came in the music industry, if you sold 28,000 copies, you didn't get no other chance to even walk in the building again. You're fired. Like, is not talking to you if you sold 28,000 records.
Record labels are not thinking machines anymore. They are reactive machines. Major record labels are playing a numbers game. They're signing 100 things, hoping that 5 of those things work. They're giving all 100 the same opportunity. If they were so good, then if they signed 100 things, then at least 50 of those things will work. But they're signing 100 knowing only 5 are gonna work. Why is that? Because the 5 that work know what they're doing, who they're doing it for, how to get it done, and they just need the machine to push them. You know what I mean? Artists have submitted to us to say, hey, I wanna, sign me, work with me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm gonna hold the mirror up and say, why you? Who was your music for? Because if you knew all these answers, you wouldn't need me.
When Tekashi 6ix9ine came out, come on. At home was like, trash. You know what I came to say? He about to be a star. How? I'm working his record. You know who's working his record? He signed to Lucian Grainge, but Def Jam is working his record. He signed to Lucian Grainge, but Universal Republic is outsourcing to.
What do you think a plant is?
Yeah, I know who's gonna be a star. The only one I missed was Ice Spice, and it's on record, and I didn't know she was signed to Lucian Grainge. I didn't know she was with the bank. That's the bank. That's the most powerful man in music. That's why Drake is Drake. That's why Cash Money is Cash Money. That's why Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj.
I think that this doesn't help Ice Spice. Her selling 20K first week, whether it was an EP or whatever, it breaks the illusion of how hot you think she is.
Ice Spice Y2K album flops, selling 20K copies the first week. So you got Ice Spice dropping her debut album Y2K, and it's the same old. These joints get promoted like they're the best. When the album drop, they flop, right? Ice Spice is supposed to be one of the hottest female rappers out.
You look at these numbers and they look so insane that you're like, damn, these artists are so lit, right? Like, you know, you even think about like say an artist like 6ix9ine. Like when 6ix9ine drops, like his Instagram numbers are out of this world, his YouTube numbers are out of this world, but his streams are not. Same with Ice Spice when she drops, and that's why I said dropping an album doesn't help someone like her.
You got Ice Spice flopping, you had Glow flopping, you had Sexy Red flopping. The only person who really did okay was Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion.
Is the exact definition of a struggle rapper. Yes, they appear to be popping. They're everywhere, all over your social media. The algorithms are pushing them, force feeding you this garbage over and over and over again.
People are tired of dumb
Are they over
being
the
promoted. So you cannot come out and say, pound town, my booty hole brown, and it's I'm tired of you.
The amazing part is that you folks actually thought Booty Hole Brown was lit. You didn't think that somebody had a push behind it. You didn't think that a puppet master was finagling the puppets all in front of you. You didn't think there was a reason why she was suddenly on every single internet outlet. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you really think that Sexy Red thinks that she made this strictly on her talent, that her lyrics are so bomb diggity, her image is just all of that and that uplifting, that these folks are actually flocking to her by the dozens, by the thousands, by the 100,000s to make sure that they get this message? Absolutely not. Her and her management both know when they got booed at the show, it didn't stop them. Oh no, can't stop, won't stop.
Here's my thing, what I would have told Sexy Red if I was the manager. That's going to happen. Get ready for it. We know what we signed up for. We know what's going to happen. You ain't Kendrick Lamar. Has anyone ever thrown a shoe at Kendrick Lamar? No. You know why? Because these guys are prophets. They're trying to help the community. You, on the other hand, are making dumbed down to make money for yourself. Your song is not helping anyone. It started off as a joke that just started working, but some people are like, all right, I'm tired of this. Somebody throw something at this off the stage. And that's going to happen.
Yikes.
But you see, a Polite Savage is the one thing that Ice Spice, Sukihana, Sexy Red. Let's throw Cardi B up in that mix while we're at it. The one thing they're selling is SEX. And you know what? One thing they're selling is that 304 mentality, that 304 image. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. Some of y'all just really like to mess with them.
Some are cut out to be some are cut out to be housewives. Me, personally, I don't want nothing but a. You know what I'm saying? I respect it because they're the first thing lay down and the last thing to get up.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to witness the epic failures of the struggle rappers of our time. 304 was the goal, but no, they couldn't take it anymore. As always, the truth is a bitter pill to swallow, but sometimes you need to shut up and take your medicine. The only thing that we can guarantee you is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. So are you ready? Let's go. Lucian Grainge is the chairman and CEO of the Universal Music Group. And for years, Universal has had the recipe to pushing struggle rappers straight down your throat. This North London-born executive has brought to you struggle rappers such as Tekashi 6ix9ine, Ice Spice, and other notable MCs who really have shaped the music industry as you understand. But see, a lot of times when we talk about plants and you look at us like we're conspiracy theorists and you say that only we are buying it, this is who we're talking about. Something happened in the music business about 20 years ago. And what really happened was that people from the culture stopped running this music. And a lot of folks didn't understand. Vince Staples said it best, that when you were growing up, you had Def Jam, you had Murder Inc., you had all these record labels, and when you walked in, you would see people who represented the culture, who understood right from wrong, and who really wanted to see the music go forward. And now it seems like we have people pushing buffoonery. And when you get down to it and you realize who's in charge, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, I understand money is the driving factor, but it's a cold game when the money is made off of your backs and you reap little reward. Let's really put it in context. These ladies coming out selling 20-something thousand first week, knowing that they got a 360 deal, knowing that the label touch every single little thing they do from the tour proceeds on down. How many do you think is going to be broke in 5 years? How many do you think going to be on them only hams serving that thing up for $5.99 for a quick peek of degeneracy and what you got to put yourself through? Porta potty in Dubai, anybody? You know they're going to be on them flights. This is the thing that these struggle rappers have in the future if they don't evolve.
So I'm signed to Universal, right? Yeah. I've been signed to Universal since I was 17. I haven't got a back end. That means when you turn in an album, they give you payment. I haven't got a back end since 2017, 18. So I done been on the same record label for 13 years, so to say. That record label just folded all of its independent labels and subsidiaries into each other, which means how we was kids, you got Rockefeller, you got Def Jam, you got all these things. None of them exist no more. They fired all the heads of the labels, and if they didn't, they turned them into glorified A&Rs. They cut off 50% of the people who work in all these departments. Most of those people is us, people of color that come from hip hop and R&B and these other things, right?
So what's the answer? The answer is simple. Ownership. You got to get back to that independent hustle grind. I'm not saying that music was pure then. I'm not even saying that all music was positive. It wasn't. But what music had was a balance, because people from the culture who actually cared about the people who were listening to the music, understanding how music affects the youth. Because even the grimiest DMX albums, at the end, there was a prayer. Ice-T OG, he always made sure that the bad guy never made it out in the end, because that was reality. Most people know that no matter how you grind illegally, the end is jail or the graveyard. Let's give a shout out to MC Lyte, Queen Latifah. Yes, there was ratchetness, but there was also queens putting it down. Whether you like it or not, you know, you can say everything you want about the 90s, but the 90s have balance. Just like Tariq said, now there is zero balance in the music. Why is there no balance in the music? Well, the evidence is clear. Vince Staples just stated it. Now all the people who were from the culture are gone, and now we have people who will push this junk straight to your earlobe.
Music and film and images control the cultural movement of a people and a nation. The image, the music, dress code, all of it controls and manipulates the mind of the people.
Understanding how music affects the youth in certain ways, especially when a parent isn't at home. Now please understand this. This is no excuse and no substitute for having two parents in a household. But what you really have to understand is that most of us are not in that situation. Since we're not in that situation, we got to be clearly honest. The outside influence have more power than they should. Thus, we got to make sure that we filter through the negativity and pump more positive images. It is what it is, and we have to stop playing games with ourselves. That's why nobody respects us in the positions we take, because we complain, but we don't put forth the solution. So here's the solution. Independent media must make a comeback, especially in hip-hop community. And these struggle rappers, as far as them, well, you're going to struggle on until you can't struggle no more. And then when the struggle's over, you're going to look up and say, where did it all go? That's right, ma'am. You had it all in your hands, but you sold your soul for 2 pieces of silver. And I understand, because everybody trying to make some money, but like Ray Daniels about to say, you got to do it the right way.
Make you guys money, but I have a responsibility to my culture. And when we sitting here pumping just because it's making money. And by the way, I'm not saying that don't pump the but I'm saying that you should at least encourage the people to get better.
Hey, like, yo, just a thought. Rap about something other than the P. Just a thought. How many different ways you gonna tell me about that P, baby? Yeah, I get it. Hey, by the way, I believe you.
Like, yo, I know you said that, but yo, what if we try this today? Or let me put you on Pharrell and see what he come up with. So you don't always have to make low, because all it is black trying to make some money. That's all it is. We broke, we trying to make some money.
If you're not getting it touring, or if you're not getting it through other means, this music is a rap. I'm saying all of the musicians are broke. Relative to what you bring in.
Now, I do think that there is plenty of ways to make money as independents. Low overhead. It's not expensive to make these albums. You're making them at home or wherever, and you're building a reasonable fan base, and you're selling physical and merch. Not everyone is broke, but in terms of like the superstar thing, I agree with you.
But like you said, to what you're bringing in, what you getting.
Yeah, my conversation now is not really about independent acts.
Yeah, okay.
My conversation is about what's going on in the majors. They tricking y'all with the words in these contracts. They tricking y'all into thinking that y'all are real partners. They tricking y'all with the, hey, you own your stuff. The recent layoffs tell me that. You don't see all these people getting laid off?
They laid off all over. They laid off like 40%, right?
Everywhere.
Media too.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And look, the second that we can have 6 people instead of 60, y'all gone.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom. We're out.
We found true happiness